Good morning. It is day 9 of Gabzvents. I've been a little erratic with my posting lately. I caught some kind of cold. That's why my voice sounds like this. And it's only gotten a little, like, I don't feel bad. I just sound bad and have a little bit of a sore throat. I did test negative for COVID. And I do wear my mask when I teach. But we had a kind of an emergency on campus, so I ended up staying and standing out in the cold for about an hour and a half at nighttime with some of my colleagues supporting a situation. Obviously I can't tell you what it's about because there were children involved. So my voice has taken a turn for the worse since I stood outside for about an hour and a half on Thursday night. So I sound like this, and that's what's been going on with that. So I got a little bit behind on my knitting and my health, so that's where we are. I did start my Hanukkah socks, which is, you'll probably have seen in the next vlog, that, or the day 7 and 8 vlog that I will hopefully be putting up today. Today is the day of my sister's half marathon in Santa Monica, so I'm out on a longer run in solidarity. I'm not going 13.1 miles, probably going like 4 or 5. I thought I was going to run, my plan was to run half of a half marathon with her, but with the way my voice is going, I don't know how well my lungs are going to do with it, so we're going to go as long as before it feels like my lungs are on fire. So let's talk about Gabzvents, the reason why you were here. See, uh-oh. Maybe we won't. Let's see how this goes. I'll go fast then. Let's think. So Chaylee and I were talking that we really, really do not appreciate it. I don't know if it's not appreciate it, but it feels icky when designers only knit their own patterns. It just seems like hubris, I guess, that there's one particular large name designer whose podcast I was watching, and it was like super, like, she's a very well known designer. Again, not here to name and shame. And on like her 4th podcast episode, I started watching her during the pandemic, and she was like, oh, I only knit my own patterns, of course. And then she started talking about, oh, like, I knit my socks, this is my sock pattern, and this is the other one I knit. And I'm like, I don't know. It just seems like, sure, we all have our own ways of knitting things and things that fit our feet and that kind of thing, but only knitting your own stuff, especially when you're a super well-known designer, you could be hyping up other people's work. You could be learning from other people. I don't think any of us are done learning in life. I don't think in our knitting, there's always someone who's got a new cool technique, who's got a different construction of putting something together that, I mean, y'all know, I'm a teacher. I'm constantly learning things from my students. They've got new perspectives, new things. They have suggestions on how I should teach something. And I've been teaching government and drama for 7 years now, and every year I change it based on my students' feedback and what another teacher has done or I've seen on the internet. I'm like, that's a great way to look at something. That if I only made my own lesson plans, and if I only made what I did, how would I grow as an educator? And so it feels twofold for me. That one, it feels kind of egotistical that you only knit your own stuff and your own patterns, and 2, that you're not really supporting other maybe new and upcoming designers. Chaylee and I are not, in the grand scheme of the world, YouTube universe, we are tiny little creators. However, when I put it in perspective, we have 693 subscribers on YouTube, and only like 10 of them are either us or our personal friends. I am flabbergasted that 680 people want to see what we're doing. I think that's awesome. I think that I think that's so cool, and we're so thankful, and think it's great that. So that being said, we love sharing other designers. We knit other people's stuff, hence why I'm in test knits all the time. They're not usually my own test knits, they're in other people's stuff, and I'm always learning. And I think the same thing goes for dyers. When dyers only knit with their own stuff and don't look at other dyers, Hannah, the Corner of Craft, does a really great job of using other people's yarn, talking about community. I think it was her Vlogmas day 2 of that, where she talks about community and how being a pattern designer or a yarn dyer is kind of a lonely business, because most of the time it's you're a one-person operation. So I don't know. I stopped watching this particular designer's podcast after she said that she only knits her own stuff, because I was like, what? Like, come on. And this other designer, granted, has had other dust-ups and other run-ins, but is still very, very popular. But I voted with my dollars, so I'm not watching her YouTube videos, because it didn't agree. So that's my thing, that's today's rant, I don't know, gives me the ick when you only knit your own designs or crochet your own designs. Kind of feels like hubris. And, you know, like Icarus, right? Flew too close to the sun. Anyway, I am off to run. Talking more, my voice does sound better, so hopefully it will be good. My sister has already started her race. It was started at 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. sorry. Started at 7 a.m. She's running along the ocean, along the beach, and hopefully she does well. My dad's down there with her. I will not find out how she does until probably like 10 today, right? Because that sounds right. Give her time to relax, refuel. All right, see you in a couple days.